Hello students, I welcome in this ज्ञान गणित चैनल बाय सुनील जैन एंड प्रोग्रेशन इज वन ऑफ द एरिया जहां पर हम एक से दो क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, दैट इज अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन एंड ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू एक्सप्लेन व्हाट इज एपी अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन. कोई भी सीरीज यदि इस टाइप की है 2, 4 देन 6 देन 8 देन 10, तो इस टाइप की सीरीज को हम लोग बोलते हैं एपी, दैट इज अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन that has some common difference always. So the difference of 4 and 2 is 2, again 4 and 6 is 2, again 6 and 8 is 2. So the common difference is nothing but the second term minus first term. So 4 minus 2, that is 2. 6 minus 4, that is 2. 8 minus 6, that is 2. Here the common difference is 2. So first of all, I would like to explain some theory related to arithmetic progression. So first of all, what is the general form of AP? General form of AP, if we write, then we can write this way. Suppose A is the first term of AP and D is the common difference of AP. A is first term and D is suppose common difference. Is that clear? These are the common symbols here. So general term we can write A plus, general form of AP, sorry, A plus D, A plus twice of D. So this way we can write general form, means this first term is A, common difference is D. If we go on adding these terms D, always we get successive terms of this AP, that is arithmetic progression. Now the next point is, if ABC are in AP, if I say ABC are in AP, then can I say B minus A will be same as C minus B? Is that clear? So if I can take this B this side, then it will be equal to twice of B equal to A plus C. So B equal to A plus C divided by 2. This B is something which is known as arithmetic mean, that is the middle number. So if we write an AP like this 2, 4, 6, 8, then each term between first and last is the arithmetic mean of its neighbors. 4 is the arithmetic mean of 2 and 6. See, 2 plus 6, 8 upon 2, 4. 6 is the arithmetic mean of 4 and 8. So 4 plus 8, 12 divided by 2 is 6. So this you remember please. The third point is general term of AP. How to find the term of AP? So suppose the general term is AN, nth term, so that is A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. So do remember, if we require ninth term, then we must calculate A plus 8D. So 9 minus 1 is 8. If we need to calculate 100th term, then what do we need? A plus 99D. So that way we can write. Now the fourth point, very important, that is sum of AP. Sum of AP, that is sum of arithmetic progression. Sum of arithmetic progression we can write n by 2, then twice of A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. The symbol for sum is Sn. There is one more formula, that is n by 2, first term A plus last term L. So L equal to An equal to last term. So this formula you can apply only when last term is available. If last term is not available, then no need to apply this formula. This is very famous Sn, and usually we apply this formula. Right? Next point. Suppose 3 numbers are in AP. 3 numbers are in AP, then we should assume this way. 3 numbers are in AP, then we should assume A minus D, A and A plus D. Sometimes the people ask why we are assuming this way. Why can't we assume A plus D and A plus 2D? Guys, you can assume this. The answers will come, but the time will be reduced if you assume this way. These are also in AP where common difference is D. So if 4 numbers are in AP, then you can assume this way: A minus 3D, then A minus D, then A plus D, and then A plus 2D. This way you should assume. If 5 numbers are in AP, then you should assume this way: A minus 2D, A minus D, then A plus D, and A plus 2D. So if this way you will assume, then you can reasonably reduce your time in solving the problems. Now, next point, suppose first term is A1, second term is A2, third term is A3, fourth term is A4, that way nth term would be AN. So if S1 and A1, they are same thing, sum of one term or first term. If I add S1 and A2, then I get S2. Then if I add again A3, then I get A3. So that way, if I go on adding these things, the last would be Sn. So can I say sum of 3 terms equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3? and sum of two terms, can I say that is a1 plus a2? If I subtract, then what do I get? S of 3 minus S of 2 equal to, these two cancels, a1 a2, what do I get? A3? Yes, no. So can I write S3 minus S2 equal to, I can write it 3 minus 1, this is 2, so this is a3. So can I make a formula? Sn minus Sn minus 1 equal to an. It means the sum of n terms minus sum of n minus 1 terms is equal to nth term. So sometimes we need this formula, we can apply this formula. One more thing I would like to share with you, that suppose there is a AP series 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. These terms are there. Now sum of first and last term is what? 16. Sum of second and second last term, again 16. Sum of third and third last term, again 16. So the terms equidistant from first term and the last term, from start and end, their sum is equal to, their sum is same, that is equal to the sum of first and last term. Means third term from the beginning and third term from the last third, right? Their sum is equal to sum of first term and last term, that I am going to explain. So please do remember, sometimes it is helpful in solving the problems. Now I take some questions related to this AP. So suppose you require 10th term and the series is 2, 6 and 10. That is my series. As I told you that what is 10th term means A10. A10 is what? A plus 9D, A plus n minus 1 into D. This is the formula. A means what? First term, which is 2, plus 9 into common difference, 2, 6, common difference is 4. So 9 4s are 36 plus 2, that is 38. That is my answer. So that is the 10th term. Now the next question is, which term of series? Which term of the series is 100, 104, 108, dash 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 is 300? Now here term is not to be determined. The term is given 300. This is which term? Which term of this series is 300? This is my question. So again we apply the formula same, an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, and this time an, nth term is given to you 300. A means first term 100 plus n minus 1, common difference is what? 4. So if I take this 100 this side, so 300 minus 100 equal to n minus 1 multiplied by 4. So 200 equal to n minus 1 multiplied by 4. So this 4 cancels this 250. So minus 1 if I transfer here, then 51 equal to n. So n is equal to 51. Don't do all these things. I will explain one better way to get the value of n. Apply this formula, last term minus first term upon common difference plus 1. You will get directly, and this is derived from this only. What is last term here? 300. What is first term here? 100. Divided by what is common difference here? 4. The plus 1. You will get directly the answer. 300 minus 100, 200. 200 divided by 4, 50. 50 plus 1, that is 51 is my answer. That way we can determine. If I ask you that 100, 105, 110, 115, which term is 300? The question can be solved this way. N equal to, last term is 300 minus first term is 100 divided by common difference is 5 plus 1. So 300 minus 100, 200 by 5, 40 plus 1, that is 41 is my answer. So that way we can determine the answers of the questions, that is the N can be determined. Is that clear? Now next question is, suppose fourth term is 64 and 54th term of AP is minus 61, then what is 23rd term? How can I determine 23rd term? Now fourth term is 64, so can I say a plus 3d, that is fourth term, which is equal to 64, and 54th term is a plus 53d, that is equal to minus 61, and what we want? A plus 23. What is A23? A23 means a plus 22d. For that we require a as well as d. So we can solve these two equations in order to get a and d. So if I subtract this way, then a cancels, 3d minus 53d, so minus 50d equal to 125. If I add them, I will get 125. So d equal to 125 divided by minus 50. So can I cancel them? 25 2s are, 25 5s are, so it's minus 5 by 2. So I got the value of d. Now I can get the value of a by substituting the value of d here. So as it is given that a plus 3d is 64, a plus 3d equal to 64. So a plus 3, d means minus 5 by 2 equal to 64. So that is a minus 15 by 2 equal to 64. So what do I get? 64 plus 15 by 2. So this 2, so 128, 64 2s are 128 plus 15. 128 plus 15 is what? 138, 143 by 2. So I got the value of a, 143 by 2. I can 143 by 2 plus 22 into d means minus 5 by 2. So basically 2 is LCM. 143 minus 22, 5s are 110. So that is 143 minus 110, 33 by 2. So my answer is 16.5. So it was simple equation of solving two simple questions of solving two equations. So this way we can determine the answers by solving the equation sometimes. Now see the next question here. It is given that 10th term of AP is 15 and the 15th term is 10. The question is that what is 25th term? Is that clear? Now I can solve this problem this way. 10th term means what? A plus 9d, that is equal to 15. 15th term is what? A plus 14d, that is equal to 10. If I solve these two equations, then minus this cancels, then 9d minus 14d minus 5d, 15 minus 10, that is 5. So what is d? 5 upon minus 5. So d equal to minus 1. And if I put the value of d in this equation, I can get the value of a. So look here, so a plus 9d, d means minus 1 equal to 15. So a minus 9 equal to 15. So what do I get? A equal to 24. Now what we want? A 25. What is A 25? A plus 24d, that is A 25. So A 25 equal to A means 24 plus 24 into d means minus 1 equal to 24 minus 24. So A 25 equal to 0. So please do remember one shortcut. No need to solve all these things. If mth term is n and nth term is m, then a m plus n is always 0. Do remember. It means if I say 10th term is 15 and 15th term is 10, then term number 10 plus 15 will be always 0. That is term number 25 will be 0. So directly you can get the answer if you remember this property. Next question. Find the sum. Find sum 10 terms. Find the sum of 10 terms. The question is 2 plus 4 plus 6 dash dash dash. 10 terms are there. Here we want sum. Formula of sum is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. So we should apply the formula of sum here. So 10 terms, so n equal to 10. 10 by 2. What is first term? 2. So 2 into 2 plus 10 minus 1 is what? 9. Into common difference is 2. So as 10 equal to 10 by 2 is 5. 2 2s are 4 plus 9 2s are 18. So as 10 equal to, that is 5 into 18 plus 4, 22. 22 5s are 110. That is my answer. So sum of the first 10 terms of the series is 110. Is that clear? Now question, sixth term is given 121. Find the sum of 11 terms. What is S11? That is the simple question. Sixth term is 121 and we want sum of 11 terms. So what is sixth term? A plus 5d. So can I say this is equal to 121 and we want S11. S11 equal to 11 by 2, 2a plus 10d. Is that clear? So S11 equal to 11 by 2. If I take 2 common, what do I get in the bracket? A plus 5d. So can I cancel this 2? So S11 equal to 11 multiplied by a plus 5d. I have this equal to 121. So I can write here 121. So basically it's 11 square and it is 11. So 11 cube is 1331. We can write directly. Yes, no. There is one more method of solving the problems of such type. You see, suppose there are 11 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the sixth term is given 121. Sixth term means just a middle term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is given to you 121. And the sum of all these terms is asked. Very simple funda you can apply. 121 multiplied by total number of terms 11. You will get directly this answer 1331. You can check this funda by taking some numbers, suppose 2, 4, 8, 6 and 10. So these are 5 numbers and this is middle number. So the sum of all these should be 8 multiplied by number of terms, that is 40. So you can add, you will get 40 definitely. Is that clear? So this way we can solve the problems. Suppose the question is like this, sum of this series 2, 4, 6 and 8. These are 4 terms, there is no middle number here. So middle number you can take this way, the average of 4 and 6, that is 5, and this 5 multiplied by number of terms 4. So you will get the answer 20. Clear? Now next question. Find the sum of 100 terms. Find sum of 100 terms. There is one series and the sum of 100 terms is to be required. The series is 1, 3, 5, 7, that way. We want sum of 100 terms. Now you see the formula, n by 2, so 100 by 2, 2 into a first term is 1 plus n minus 1, 99 into common difference is 2. No need to write formula again and again, right guys? It's 2 plus 99, 2s are 198, 198 plus 2 is 200, 100 by 2 multiplied by 200, so it can be cancelled, 100 into 100, 100 is square, that is equal to 10,000 is my answer. Is that clear? If you apply little intelligence, you can solve this problem without formula. 1, 3, 5, 7. This was the question. And how many terms sum is required? 100 terms. What is 1 plus 3? 4. Means the sum of 2 terms is 4. What is sum of 3 terms? 1 plus 3, 4 plus 5, 9. What is sum of 4 terms? 1 plus 3, 4 plus 5, 9 plus 7, 16. So 2 terms sum is the square of 2. 3 terms sum is square of 3, 4 terms sum is square of 4. It means 100 terms sum would be square of 100, that is equal to 10,000. So do remember guys, the sum of odd numbers of any series is equal to the number of terms in that series square. Is that clear? So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, if the series is going up to n terms, then the answer is always n square. If there are 100 terms, 100 square. If there are 50 terms, then 50 squares. So is that clear? Now my next question is 100 plus 105 dash 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 up to 300. Find sum of this series we require. Now as we don't know number of terms, how many number of terms are there? So number of terms we can determine this way, as I explained you, last term minus first term upon common difference 5 plus 1 equal to number of terms. This I explained earlier in this lecture only. So n equal to 41, that is my n. Now what is formula of sum? N by 2, and first term plus last term. As the last term is available, so we can apply this formula. So 100 plus 300, so that is equal to 41 by 2 multiplied by 400. So 2 cancels with this 400, 200 into 41, that is 8200 is my answer. See the next question, that find the sum of all natural numbers. Find sum of all natural numbers of 2 digits. All natural numbers of 2 digits. I want the sum of natural numbers of 2 digits. Is that clear? Now what is first 2 digit number? 10, then 11, then 12, dash dash dash. What is last 2 digit number? 99. That only I require. So how many numbers are there? These from 10 to 99 we can calculate this way, 99 minus 9, because from 10 we are starting, so the first 9 we are not taking, so we are having 90 numbers this way. Is that clear? So again apply the formula, number of terms by 2, first term plus last term, that's it. So 90 by 2 is 45 multiplied by 99 plus 10, that is 109. Now how to multiply 45 and 109? I can do this, 45 into 100 plus 9, yes, no. So that is 4500 plus 45 9 jha, that is 450 minus 45, that is 405. So finally my answer is 4905. So little smart work you should do to save the time wherever required or wherever possible. Now the next question is find the sum of numbers from 500 to 1000 divisible by 13, which are divisible by 13. That is my question. Now the only problem is to determine the first number. Which number more than 500 is divisible by 13? We have to make the series of numbers which are divisible by 13. So for that what I do, first divide 500 by 13. So 13 3s are 39, then the remainder is 11, then 0, 13 8s are 104. So my remainder is 6. Is that clear? It means if I subtract 6 from 500, I will get multiple of 13. Yes, no? So what is that? 500 minus 6, that is 494, which is fully divisible by 13. But I don't want the number less than 500. I want the number more than 500. So add 13 in that. So what do I get? 9 plus 1, 10. Then 507 is the first number which is divisible by 13. Is that clear? So this thing you can directly do that way. 13 minus 6. What is that? 7. Add this 7 in this number 500. So you directly get the first number. 507. And we want the number divisible by 13. So what should be the next number? 520. Then 533 that way. And now what is the last number? Again there is a problem, which should be less than 1000. So again 1000 should be divided by 13. So 13 7s are 91, remainder is 90. 13 6s are 78, so remainder is 12. So it means if I subtract 12 from 1000, that is 988 is my last number. Now I got the series for which the sum is to be determined. So first what to do? Calculate number of terms, that is 988, first last term minus first term. What is gap? 13, then plus 1. So n equal to 988 minus 507. So here 1088 and 9 minus 5 481 divided by 13 plus 1. So can I cancel? 13 3s are 39, then 9 7s are 37 plus 1. So what is n? 38. And what I need? Sum. So s 38, sum of 38 terms, that is equal to 38 by 2. What is first term? 507. What is last term? 988. Is that clear? So 38 by 2 is 19. Then 988 plus 507. So 988 and 507. What is the addition? 8 plus 7 15. 1 9 14. 1495. Yes, no? So if I multiply this thing, 19 5s are 95, carry over is 9, 19 9s are 171 plus 9, 180, carry over 18, 19 4s are 76, 86 and 8, 94, 4, carry over 9, 28, 28405 is my answer. So that way we can determine. Now next question. Find the sum of all 4-digit numbers. Sum of all 4-digit numbers. 4-digit odd numbers, sorry. Divisible by 9. All 4-digit odd number. Which is the smallest 4-digit number? 1000. So we want the numbers onwards, 1000, more than 1000 but less than 99, up to 9999, which are odd, one thing, then divisible by 9, that is other thing. These two conditions must be satisfied. Okay, so first of all we try to find a number, first number more than 1000 divisible by 9. So again apply the same funda. I am applying by 9. 9 1s are 9, 1 0, 9 1s are 9, 1 0, 9 1s are 9, 1. So 9 minus 1 is what? 8. 8 can be added to this, so that is 1008. That is my first number. The problem is this. This is even number, and what I require? Odd number. So again add 9. So I get 1017. So I got first number 1017. Is that clear? Sometimes the people save their time by doing little smart work. As we know that 999 is divisible by 9. Yes, no? So it's directly add plus 9. So that is 1008. So this number would be divisible by 9. Is that clear? If this is even number, then again add 9. So that is 1017. This is my first number. So what is my second number? 1017 plus 9, 1026. Again it is even number, so again add 9. So 1035. So add the difference of 18, I will get my numbers. Again if I take difference of 18, I think 1053 will come. And what is the last number? So no need to worry, 9999 is the 4-digit last number which satisfies all the conditions. It is odd as well as divisible by 9. It is visible by 9999. Yes, no? No, first what we calculate? Number of terms in this series. Again apply the same formula, last term minus first term upon common difference plus 1. So 9999 minus 1017 divided by common difference 18 plus 1. So 9999 minus 1017. What do I get? 7 plus 2, 9, then 8. 9, 8982. If I divide by 18, what do I get? 18 4 za 72, then 17, 178, then 9, 499 I will get here. Plus 1. So what is that? 500. So I got number of terms. 500. Now sum of n terms, that is sum of 500 terms, 500 by 2. What is first term? 1017. What is last term? 9999. So we can simplify it. So 500 by 2 is 250 multiplied by 999 plus this. So it's a 10,016. Because this is 1 less than 10,000 and this is 1017. So 11,017 minus 1, sorry. 11,016. That should be the answer. 10,000 plus 1, 11,017 minus 1. So 11,016. Now 0 will come at the end. Yes, no? And you multiply this 25 6 za 15 carry over 4 25 6 za 15 carry over 2754,000. That would be my answer. Is that clear? So you can determine this easily. So move on. This is very interesting question that has little connection with this arithmetic progression. See how many maximum pieces of a pizza can be cut by applying 100 cut. Pieces are not necessarily equal. Pieces need not to be equal, need not to be of equal size. क्वेश्चन इज वेरी सिंपल. एक पिज़्ज़ा है, पिज़्ज़ा के ऊपर चाकू से आपको सपोज करो 100 कट लगाने का परमिशन दे दें, तो आप कितने मैक्सिमम पीसेस कर सकते हो उसके? पीसेस नीड नॉट टू बी ऑफ इक्वल साइज. इक्वल साइज के होना कंपल्शन नहीं है. सी दिस इज द पिज़्ज़ा. सपोज आई अप्लाई कट 1, तो पीसेस कितने कर सकता हूँ मैं? एक कट लगा के 2 पीस होंगे और क्या, कैसे भी लगाओ, दैट इज नॉट ए प्रॉब्लम. तो ये मैंने कट लगाया एक और मेरे पीसेज हो गए 2. अब मैं 2 कट लगाता हूँ तो मेरे पीसेज हो जाएंगे 1 2 3 4. सो कट इफ आई अप्लाई 2 माई पीसेज आर 4. यस नो? इफ आई अप्लाई 3 कट, तो लोगों को लगता है कि 3 कट लगाओगे तो 6 पीस हो जाएंगे, राइट? बट नहीं गाइस, मैं 3 कट लगा के आपको बताता हूँ. दीज आर माई 3 कट. हाउ मेनी पीसेज आर देयर? यू कैन काउंट 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So I got 7 pieces. Is that clear? If I apply 4 cut, then how many pieces I will get? See this, my 4 cuts. Straight line I can apply. The funda is this: you should apply the cut in such a way that it should pass through or it should touch with all previous cuts. then only you will get the maximum number of cuts, pieces, right? So if you apply 4 cuts, then how many pieces are there? See, 1, 2, this one is 3, this one is 4, this one is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then this one is 10 and this one is 11. Okay, now I will get my clue from here. No need to go up to 100, and it's not possible. This is my question. If I apply 100 cut, then how many pieces I will make? Can I write this 11 as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1? Can I write this 7 as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1? Can I write this 4 as 1 plus 2 plus 1? 1 plus 1. I got my clue. If I apply 4 cut, then this series go up to 4. If I apply 3, then it goes up to 3. If I apply 2, then it goes up to 2, and this plus 1 is coming always. So if I apply 100 cut, what do I get? 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 100, then plus 1. Is that clear? This should be my answer. And this is AP, number of terms, 100 by 2, first term plus last term plus 1. So if 2 cancels, 50, so I get my answer 50 into 101 plus 1. So what is 50 into 101? 5050 plus 1, that is 5051 is my answer. If the same question comes again in exam, in any exam, then you can apply this formula directly, n into n plus 1 upon 2 plus 1. If the number of cut are 100, then 100 into 101 upon 2 plus 1. That's it. You can apply this formula, you can get this answer directly. Next question. Sum of 4 terms. S4 means sum of 4 terms is given to you. That is 28. The sum of 8 terms, that is equal to 48. Then what is the sum of 12 terms of the series? Right? This is the question. Don't think this, some people think this way, sum of 4 terms plus sum of 8 terms equal to sum of 12 terms, because 4 plus 8 is 12. No guys, this is wrong. This way we should not think. Some people do this way. Sum of 4 terms is given, so S4 means 4 by 2, 2A plus 3D, that is equal to 28. And S8 means 8 by 2 and 2A plus 7D equal to 48. And what we require, S12 means 12 by 2, 2A plus 11D, that we require. Is that clear? This is equation number 1, this is equation number 2, and the people try to solve these two equations, and then they calculate the value of A and the value of D, and then they put here, and then they get the answer. This is a school method which is not advisable here, very lengthy. Don't apply this method. I will explain you how to solve such questions. Sum of 4 terms is 28. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The sum of all these 4 terms is 28, right? Sum of 8 terms is 48. If I take 4 more terms, right? The sum of these 4 I don't know, but I know the sum of first 8 terms, that is 48. Is that clear? Now what I require, sum of 12 terms. So take 4 more terms, and I need the sum of all these 12 terms. Is that clear? Now the sum from here to here is 48, and the sum from here to here is 28. So 48 minus 28, can I say the sum is 20 here? Is that clear? Now the sum of these 4 terms is 28. The sum of these 4 terms is 20. How much less? 8 less. This 20 is 8 less than 28. So this sum of these 4 terms would be again 8 less than this 20. So it would be 12. Is that clear? So the sum of all these 12 terms I can determine this way. 28 plus 20 plus 12. Or directly you can write 48 plus 12, because the sum of these two is already written here. My answer is 60. Is that clear? So directly you can find the answer this way. My next question is, sum of m terms is n and sum of n terms is m. What is sum of m plus n terms? The answer options are m plus n, m minus n minus m, minus m minus n. Is that clear? Now how to solve this question? The proper method is very lengthy, that you are writing Sm equal to m by 2, then 2a plus m minus 1 into d equal to n, and then this is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 equal to n. Then you are solving. It's very lengthy. I will explain the method which requires seconds. If you have practice, and you will get your answer. Now look here. Suppose I am assuming m equal to 1 and n equal to 2. Suppose I am assuming these two small numbers. So can I write this as S1 equal to 2 and S2 equal to 1? And what I need, Sm plus n means S3, 1 plus 2. Yes, no. Now look here. S1 equal to 2 means the sum of one term is 2. It means first term is 2. Sum of two terms is 1. It means what should I add in 2 so that I get 1? The answer is very simple, minus 1. You can check it again. Sum of one term is 2. This is 2, first term. Sum of two terms is 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. I got the first two terms of the series. Yes, no. Can I get the third term? The common difference is minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 3. And if I add minus 3 in this minus 1, what do I get? Minus 4. Is that clear? If you are not getting, you can make this number line. This is 0. 1, 2, then this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. After 2 we get minus 1. So after 2 means after 2 we get minus 1. 1, 2, 3 steps. So again 3 steps. 1, 2, 3 steps we will get minus 4. So no need to do all these things. You can understand. You are matured guys like. So these three terms are there whose sum is minus 4 plus minus 1, minus 5 plus 2, so I am getting minus 3. Is that clear? Now put m equal to 1 and n equal to 2 in options. So 1 plus 2, 3. Where we get minus 3? I think we get minus 3 in this option only. Minus m minus n, that is minus 1 minus 2. So I am getting minus 3 in last option. Therefore last option is my answer. So that way, instead of using m and n, you put some numbers, very small numbers in that, and you can determine which one is the answer. I hope this is clear. My next question is sum of m terms. This is a very popular question. Sum of m terms divided by sum of n terms equal to m square divided by n square. Then the question is, what is term number m divided by term number n? That is my question. First of all, what is given? Sum of n terms, that is m by 2, 2a plus m minus 1 multiplied by d. So that is Sm. What is Sn? N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. This is Sn. And this is given to you m square divided by n square. Can I cancel this 2 to this 2? Can I cancel 1m by this m? Can I cancel this n by this n? Yes, no. Now write the remaining things, whatever. 2a plus md minus d. I can multiply this d inside. Yes, no. Now what is that? 2a plus nd minus d. So that is equal to m by n. Now cross multiply. Then twice a m plus mnd minus md equal to twice a n plus mnd minus nd. Yes guys, mnd cancel. So twice am minus twice an equal to md minus nd. इसको मैंने इधर ट्रांसफर कर लिया, पॉजिटिव हो गया. What is common here? Twice m minus n equal to d कॉमन लेता हूँ तो m minus n. तो m minus n से m minus n cancel. What do I get? 2a equal to d. That my result. Is that clear? Now what I need to calculate? am upon an. am upon an. That is mth term divided by nth term. What is mth term? A plus m minus 1 multiplied by d. And what is nth term? A plus n minus 1 into d. So a plus m minus 1 into d. D can be written as 2a from the result we got. Again 2a. So a plus 2am minus 2a divided by a plus 2an minus 2a. So that is 2am minus a, that is 2an minus a. What is common upside? 2m minus 1. A is common, sorry. What is common in denominator? A. So 2n minus 1. So this cancels. So I can get the answer 2m minus 1 divided by 2n minus 1. So this is very important question, guys. Do remember. I can find some shortcut here. As the sum of m terms is m square and the sum of n terms is n square. Is there any series you have seen in this lecture only where the sum of any number of terms is equal to the square of the number of terms? Are you remembering? Yes, that is odd number series. That is 1, 3, 5, 7. That's it. And what you want? Mth term upon nth term. What is mth term? A plus m minus 1 into d. That is 2. And nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d, that is 2. So this only is the series I think for which this question is made. So I can write 2m minus 1 divided by 2n minus 1 directly. We can get the answer if we can apply this funda. Yes, no? Next question, how many terms of series 24, 20, 16, 12, dash, dash, dash gives 72? Means the sum must be 72. So how many terms of this series must be taken to get the sum 72? It means sum of n terms is 72, n is to be determined, right? Now n by 2, twice of a means what? 24 plus n minus 1, common difference is what? 4. This mistake people do, 4 is not 4, minus 4, because second term minus first term is common difference. Do remember always. That is equal to 72 given to you. So n by 2, 24 2s are 48 minus 4n plus 1 equal to 72. So n into 48 plus 1, sorry, plus 4. So minus minus plus 4, 52 minus 4n equal to, if I cross multiply by 2 this side, then 144. Is that clear? So n into 4n, 52n minus 4n square equal to 144. Can divide by 4 na? 13n minus n square equal to 4 3s are 12. 4 6 are, sorry, 36 4s are 144. So I can write this as minus n square plus 13n. I can apply minus both sides, so it would be minus 36. Is that clear? So sorry, I am rearranged only, nothing. Sorry. I write it again. Minus n square plus 13n and minus 36 equal to 0. Can I write this way? This 36 I have taken this side. Now n square minus 13n plus 36 equal to 0. So n square minus 4n minus 9n, we can split the middle term and take common. So n minus 4 minus 9 n minus 4 equal to 0. So n minus 4 and n minus 9 equal to 0. So there are two answers, n equal to 4, n equal to 9. Which answer is correct? 4 or 9? Both are correct. I can explain this as well as I will explain this also, that don't apply this much lengthy technique. These are very small numbers, so easily you can add. You want 72 na? 24, 20, write this way, then 16, 24 plus 20, 44 plus 16, 60 plus 12, and this is the series 72. I got my 72. How many terms are there? 4. Now I continue again. 8, 80, 4, 84, 0, 84, minus 4, 80, minus 8, again I am getting 72. So the sum of 72 I can obtain in two situations, because this 4 8 cancels with this 4 8 and this is 0. So the sum of 4 terms is also 72 and the sum of 9 terms is also 72. So there are two answers. So rather than applying this equation approach, you can directly calculate this way. There are certain wooden piles. These are 20, and above these piles are kept. These are 19. Then again this way, these are 18. So this way, how many rows you can find if there are 200 piles with you? This is my question. If you have to put this way 200 piles, then how many rows you will be able to manage? My question is like this. The first row, in the bottom row, there are 20 piles, then 19 piles, then 18 piles, that I don't know how many rows are there. Suppose n terms are there, and their sum must be 200. This is my question. Is that clear? So again apply the formula of sum. So n by 2, 2a, first term 20, n minus 1 into common difference is minus 1 equal to 200. Yes, no? You need to determine the value of n by solving this equation, but I will not advise that. Don't do that. I will explain one little technique, very easy. Bottom row has 20, then 19, then 18, then 17. How many maximum we can get? Up to 1, that's it. Yes, no? What is the sum of 1 to 20? 20 into 21 by 2. There is sum of natural number, we have formula. N into n plus 1 by 2. So what do we get? 210. So the sum is coming from 1 to 20, 210. What we want? 200. Means 10 less we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This way. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10. So these 10 if I remove from this upside, I get 210. 210 minus 10, 200. Yes, no? It means I have to go from 5 to 20, and these are 20 rows from which top 4 are I am removing, so my answer should be 16. And if you solve this way also, then we get 16. So there would be 16 rows, guys. Is that clear? No. My next question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This way numbers are written. My question is this: last term of 100th row. Suppose there are 100 rows. This is first row, this is second row, this is third row, fourth row, fifth row. So this way I want a last term of 100th row. That is my question. Right? Now how to solve this question, you see. Can I say this 6 is the last term of third row? Last term of third row कितना है? 6. थर्ड रो ही है ना? Can I say it is 1 plus 2 plus 3? Now last term of fourth row, if I ask you, what is that? This is fourth row, this one. What is the last term? 10. Can I write it as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4? Got the clue? So if the last term of fourth row is going up to 4, the last term of third row is going up to 3. So the last term of 100th row will go 1 plus 2 up to 100, and from 1 to 100 sum is 5050. Today only in one question we make this total. Is that clear? So there are many interesting and very good questions to understand this topic, arithmetic progression. So guys, in my next lecture again I will take some more problems of arithmetic progression followed by the concept of geometric progression. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.